Hey guys, welcome back to Material Things. I'm Sidharth and today we'll be connecting with Mr. Abhishek, the co-founder of RecycleX. Managing and recycling plastic waste is the need of the hour, but the people who are actually doing it rather than just talking about it deserve a huge appreciation. And so does RecycleX, who are processing plastic waste which is not easily recyclable, building material waste and all other X kinds of waste into building materials like paver blocks, hollow blocks, bricks, tiles, etc. So listen to this podcast to understand how they are doing it and to understand what is the positive impact they are creating on the environment. This podcast is presented by Archmozzo, which is a platform for architects and designers to explore various building materials, order samples for those materials and get the samples delivered at their places within 48 hours for free. So stay tuned till the end and let's get started.
Hello, Abhishek. Welcome to Material Things. Please give a brief introduction about yourself to our community and introduction about RecycleX as well.
Hello, Sidharth. Thanks for the opportunity, providing me to speak here. Uh, Introducing myself, my name is Abhishek. Being from a business family, from Rajasthan, born and brought up in Gujarat. And I'm a mechanical engineer by profession and have been working in, green products manufacturing kind of field for last 3 years.
Okay,
And
okay,
in terms of RecycleX is a startup that is trying to manufacture products like bricks and pavers from
mm-hmm.
waste. And
Okay,
in the waste category also, that what we started with was plastic waste, and now what we are seeing is we are starting to use industrial as well as construction waste now into our
okay,
products, and that is the whole
okay.
idea that we are looking to do.
Got it, got it. So you are like in this green building for like last 3 years. So RecycleX has been there for
Yeah.
3 years, or you were doing other stuff as well?
So basically, what I did was, from the third year of my college, what I did was I was trying to come up with something which was made out of plastic waste. There's
Okay.
a whole incident which took, made me go through this path. I would say that,
Mm-hmm.
there was so I have being from business family, I have a retail shop in Bharuch,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that shop is located in the, what we call the sabji market in India,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So what at the end of the day, all the sabji, the vendors, what they do is they throw out all the small bags that we call chabla
Mm-hmm.
in our language at the
Mm-hmm.
streets, on the streets itself. So
Okay.
and that other cows, buffaloes used to eat
Eat
those
it
vegetables as well as those
as well as the
plastic bags with
plastic
them.
bags.
And one day when I was around, maybe around 9th or 10th standard, I saw this that a cow went dead
Oh.
just by eating plastics. And
Mm-hmm.
when the department of the health, I was, someone was carrying that dead cow, saw that his the whole cow's stomach was filled with plastic bags,
Oh
and due
God.
to, I guess, improper digestion or something like that, the cow went dead. So that was
Mm-hmm.
the shocker, that
True,
something
true.
as small as a plastic bag can kill you.
And this is
So
very
that is
common
the
sight in all the places. Like all these animals who eat outside, like they have to consume plastic. They don't have any other options.
exactly, what typically in tier 2 or tier 3 cities that you are seeing is there would be a certain place in an area where
Mm-hmm.
every trash would be coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you would always see animals, pigs, cows, dogs there, eating stuff, right? And with that
Yes,
stuff, they're consuming this plastic.
they
So
are.
that is a very big problem in every way.
True, true,
So
true.
that was the reason
Another
that I,
harm that is being caused to the environment is this also. Like environment is being polluted as well as the animals that are out there, they are also having major problems due to this.
exactly, just from our point of view, if we think, being selfish as humans, we always
Hmm.
are, right? So we think that, okay, our work is done, but, there's a higher level to our, humanity, I would say that.
Hmm.
We are consuming it, throwing it away. At least we can, be at least conscious enough that we, recycle that. And if
True.
we cannot do it, at least place it somewhere that even other animals cannot get hurt with it, to be very honest.
True, 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 true. So that was the starting point of it.
Yeah, I guess that was the starting point, maybe in my subconscious mind, that I had to do something with plastic waste, I guess. So as
Mm-hmm.
I was, continuing my college studies in the third year itself, we have to do a school project, college project, right?
Yeah.
So I tried to come up with that, plastic bricks concept, and that was very popular back then. We were hearing someone is building plastic roads in the southern India. To be our Professor
Mm.
Vasudevan was doing something like that, and I had an
Okay.
idea that if we can build something similar, which is a
Mm-hmm.
construction material, because the scale is good. Because in
Mm-hmm. True.
construction, if you come up with something, the scale that is the product is utilized is huge. So I was
True.
trying to come up with prototypes that you can use, right? So
Okay.
what we did was I had a local, basically manufacturer of bricks. I
Mm-hmm.
contacted him, and we tried building prototypes there, and that was how it started. We did conduct 2 3 different types of mixing it up, different ratios, and trying to come up with a prototype. Tested it, and it went well. To be honest, the product was good.
Okay.
The cost was a little bit higher, to be honest,
Mm.
and then it kind of I didn't basically go with it, to be honest. Never thought that
Mm-hmm.
it could be a business where I can work full time. Right? It was more of
Mm-hmm.
a college project, coming up with the
College
report,
project kind of thing.
finalizing it. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing
Okay.
I realized that in that project was that uh, you know because I was sourcing plastic and
Mm-hmm.
working with vendors, because I wanted a lot of plastic just to manufacture 100 bricks, right?
You got to know the
So
industry out there, the requirements.
exactly, and what I realized is plastic as a whole industry is not a problem, because
Mm.
most of the plastic is getting recycled. To be honest,
Okay.
the water bottles, the PET bottles that we use, right?
Mm-hmm.
The transparent white, transparent bottles that we consume for bottles, right? That
Yes.
is
Yes.
getting recycled at around 99% in India.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And because it has intrinsic value, it sells for 35 to 40 rupees in the market itself.
After recycling.
So exactly, no,
Okay.
just the first, I would say that the middleman, I would say, not the
Mm-hmm.
recycler, just the middleman, collects that for 30 to 40 rupees
Okay.
right now.
Okay. Like if one person is selling those bottles, that used bottles, that
Exactly.
that person gets to do.
If the
Okay.
rack picker is selling to that vendor,
Mm-hmm.
he is happy enough to give 25 30 rupees.
Okay. That's great.
And the real problem in plastic is the multi-layer plastic that I realized, at least in my college year itself, that if you have to
Mm-hmm.
do something about it, it's the multi-layer plastic that is our biscuit wrappers, bread
Okay. Okay.
packet. That
Mm-hmm.
is basically the real problem, because you don't have any recycling solutions to that right now, and
Mm-hmm.
the production is huge.
So this
For
comes under
example, we
the
use
type
one bottle.
7.
Yeah, type 7, exactly.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I don't want to get too technical about it. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that is
I
the whole
got to
idea.
know
That
about this because last time I was having a podcast with Echo Deco. Yeah, Echo Deco. You know Echo Deco?
mm,
It's a
yeah, yeah,
Delhi-based company. So they educated me about all these things like type 1 to type 7, plastic, different types. So yeah, definitely. They also mentioned that this is the most difficulty, like it is not easily recyclable as well. And segregating this from there and the whole process is also a huge task.
exactly. Because the plastic, the seventh category, right? It's
Mm,
lower in density, so it's
mm,
harder to pick up, right? So the
okay.
material, the basically I would say the sourcing cost itself is high. Secondly, there is
Mm-hmm.
no value intrinsic, because it's not getting recycled, and you are making products out of it again in the
Mm-hmm.
normal recycling sector. So no one
Uh-huh.
is picking it up, no one is recycling it up. So it is ending
Okay.
up directly in our streets or in our landfills.
So that is what is mainly causing the pollution on the streets, what we
Exactly,
see every day.
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
right.
So you
Because see,
decided to do something with that.
exactly. Anyone who's recycling plastic would only pick up which can be recycled and which has value, right? If
Yeah, which
in
is
this
easier
whole
for
supply
them.
chain,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. If in the whole supply chain no one is buying it, why would the rat picker even pick it, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
So that is the biggest issue that I identified back then.
Okay, okay, okay. And then how did you guys start with RecycleX?
So that's a very funny story, to be honest. Uh, I was working with a startup, and then I had all my plans to move to the US for my masters,
Okay, okay.
and it was gonna start. I should be going to Illinois UIUC for my
Mm.
masters in August 2020,
Okay.
and in December we we were first heard the term COVID, right? In December
Yes.
19, that it's
2019. Yes.
like something is going on in China, right?
Ha 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 ha.
So, and by March, when I was typically gonna get my visa,
Mm-hmm.
it was all over India, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
By March it got
and
stuck
my
everywhere.
plans were very clear that if we have to study online, I'm not going to US, right?
No
I'm not
point of
spending
that.
exactly right. My master's is hands-on, and it doesn't make
uh,
sense for me to go there and sit in a room and study, right?
no point. It's better to leave
Yeah.
1 year, drop 1 year, but not going on and not opting for online class.
Yeah, to be honest, that was my plan. I was thinking that I would
Hmm.
defer for a semester. Let's see what
Hmm.
happen in the winters and see then we'll go. And I was happy
Hmm.
to defer for 6 months. Then I
Hmm.
got a call from the other co-founder Vedant, and
Hmm.
he's from the same city. So
Okay.
he sees my profile on LinkedIn. I've been working on similar things with similar startups. So he calls
Hmm.
me up and says, "I want to meet you. You are from the same city. Let's meet and we can discuss some ideas." Right.
Okay.
So we meet in Bharuch. He tells me that he completed his masters
Hmm.
basically his BTech was from Narsi Munji, Mumbai. Then
Okay.
he worked for a couple of years in this industry, construction industry.
Hmm.
Went Germany for his masters in construction materials.
Okay.
Did work with 2-3 years with UN and other such organizations in the field, sustainability and
Hmm.
everything. Came back to
Hmm.
India just for the sake before COVID. He
Hmm.
came to
Hmm.
India around January, right?
Hmm.
January or
Okay.
February.
2019.
So exactly 2020.
2020. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Right, exactly. So he came back to India and he calls me and this is the whole story that he wants to come to India and explore plastic something about plastic waste. We have to do something about it, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So we had a first meeting around March.
Okay.
We it was a brief introduction. Okay, what is your idea? What you're thinking? He was more into let's build roads with it, something like that,
Okay.
and
Okay.
something like modular road. We can precast this into some place at any facility and then install it at road, something like
Hmm.
that. And
Hmm.
I had the background of pavers and bricks with myself.
Hmm.
So we kind of gelled well, obviously, because both had the similar ideas, wanted to do something. I had never thought of that it would become a startup, to be honest. I was more like, yeah, I
Okay.
would consult him and let's see where it goes
Uh-huh.
because I had my plans that okay, apne ko to December or somewhere I had to go back to US, right? So that was my
Uh-huh.
plans. But
Uh-huh.
we started, building prototypes. But
Mm-hmm.
what we did this time different. To be honest, there are a lot of competitors in this field. We have a lot of
Okay.
startups working similar.
Hmm.
People. I would say 5-6 startups doing similar things.
Yeah.
So we knew that we had competition. Then how we can separate ourselves? To be very honest. So that was the
Hmm.
whole idea, and that's where my experience came in, and I realized that everyone is using high value plastic. So
Hmm.
any startup who's trying to melt plastic with sand and or other things in an extruder is using high value plastic because
Okay.
they cannot use multi-layer plastic because it has aluminum and the aluminum cannot be used in an extruder. Similar to this,
Okay.
right? There has to be a
Okay.
chemical process first to remove the aluminum itself or the plastic
Hmm.
and then use it. But that is not feasible right now. So
Hmm.
everyone is being using HDPE or LDPE in those
Hmm.
extruder and making products out of it. And
Hmm.
I know that 2-3 drawbacks of these guys because I had worked with similar startups in the field. So what we did was we thought how and obviously Vedanta is from the construction industry itself. So we
Hmm.
knew that we have to be environmentally friendly, do
Hmm.
something about plastic waste, but it has to
Okay.
be used by the industry,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So it has to be according to Indian standards, I would say. If you are not
Hmm.
according to Indian standards, most of the industries won't adopt. Most of the
Hmm.
big players won't adopt. So
Hmm.
and again, you're telling someone to use it in the premium places, which is a product made out of waste, right? So that is
Hmm.
also a psychology kind of thing that oh, ये कचरे से बना हुआ हम क्यों लेंगे, right?
You have
Exactly.
to make sure the aesthetics are there.
Exactly. So so we kept that everything in mind, and we tried to come up with a product which was not heating the plastic.
Hmm. Okay.
So we did this, prototyping from I would say March to September.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, so we basically did was and again keep that in mind. This was peak COVID,
Ha
so
ha ha.
everything was shut. Right,
Shut.
2020 from April to September, everything was closed. What
Everything
we
was
were doing
closed.
is in Vedant's car, we were roaming in whole Bharuch, finding manufacturers and supplying
Okay.
them our product, standing
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. So what
So
we are
you
doing is
had
we cannot tell
started
everything to the
reaching
manufacturer,
out
right?
people as well locally.
Exactly.
Okay.
Finding
Okay.
local manufacturers and trying to supply them. We are standing there, bringing all the raw materials, using their
Mm-hmm.
machines to build products, right? So we did
Okay.
for
Okay.
this for 2-3 months back then. Yes.
Okay. 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 And then officially started with RecycleX.
Yeah, basically, no, that is also again, we didn't want to risk it at all, I would say. So what we did was, we prototyped, we tested the product was good enough for
Mm-hmm.
initial implementation, I would say. Obviously, in
Mm-hmm.
startups, your product is never final or
It
finished.
keeps
The
evolving.
R&D is always the R&D is always going on, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
we did was, we tried to talk to Bharuch Municipal Corporation
Okay.
that we have come up with something. We are local lads, give us an opportunity, and let's see where it goes. So we got an
Mm-hmm.
order from BNC, Bharuch Municipal Corporation, that okay, this is the area, you place your product, let's see. It was pavers, that
Okay. Okay.
paver block that is used on footpaths.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did, we got the order, and now we had no manufacturing facility. So what we did is we again found a local manufacturer, took all the raw material with us and manufactured there, paid him something, and installed those products. That went
Okay.
well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in the meantime, what we are doing is we are pitching to other industrialists and other contractors. Okay, we have something. We have worked with direct government, Bharuch Municipal Corporation. That
That was a
see if you
validation
want to
you
buy.
got. Uh-huh.
Exactly. So you are working with the government. Then obviously the government engineer would have tested it. The
Hmm.
chief engineer, the product has to be aesthetically good enough. Something like well, it met every criteria. Then only the government would go ahead with it, right?
True.
So
That is a real
what
validation.
exactly, and that's what our whole idea was to validate our
Hmm.
product with the best authority in the industry, right?
Makes sense.
So
Yes.
after that, still no facility. What we are pitching everyone. We got a big order. It was around what
Huh.
3.5 lakhs, something like that. Again, did the
Okay.
same thing. Manufacturer outsourced manufacturing, supplied to them, made few bucks, and then it started.
Okay. So it just made its way through it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We are not risking it anything at all at that point of time.
Yeah, that's how it can grow. Like you found a way for it.
Exactly,
Hmm.
not risking much, and if you're getting the
Hmm.
results, and once you have validated your product, then you can obviously you have faith enough, because this
Hmm.
industry is capex heavy, to be honest. This is not a
Hmm.
tech startup where you can sit on two laptops and build something, right? It's a
True.
capex heavy business that you have to install,
Physically
buy
do it.
machinery, buy land, everything like right.
Hmm.
So that didn't make sense at that point of time.
Mm-hmm. True.
And
So how
again,
does your yeah?
yeah.
No, I was just asking like right now, how does your process of procuring raw material look like? Like you
Yeah.
also told me some problems are there. So how does it look like? How do you collect your raw materials from?
So basically, right now, what we are sourcing is, I'll tell you, we are sourcing three things right now. First is
Mm-hmm.
plastic waste. So in plastic waste, we knew that we cannot be fully attached with that we cannot be the one that is collecting all the waste, right? So what we did is we
True.
did strategic partnerships with NGOs.
Okay.
There are basically a lot of CSR funding coming in via NGOs, right? That they are
Mm-hmm.
collecting plastic waste in villages, trying to
Mm-hmm.
come up with some model, right? So what we did is we contacted these NGOs working in our area, right?
Okay.
So there was one hand-in-hand organization. One is called
Mm.
Tavi Foundation. So these are collecting waste from 7-8 villages in a local area, right? So we called
Okay.
these guys. We said that okay, we knew that you're gonna sell PET, you're gonna
Mm.
recycle HDP and LDP. What about the MLBs? And
Mm-hmm.
as NGOs, they will collect everything. They have to collect everything, right?
They have to.
So we
Yes.
so we knew from the start they would be collecting and they would be storing it because there is no way that they can do anything about it. So
Okay.
so what we did is we tried to come up with a model. We were, I would say, we were, I was smart enough to play something around it, right? So what we did
Mm-hmm.
is we'll take your plastic waste,
Mm.
and make products out of it, and then you use these products to, use in your villages. So that would be rural development also by using your own
Mm-hmm.
plastic waste.
Okay, like a circular kind of thing. You took it from them
Exactly.
and gave it back to them.
Right. So what we did was we are taking your plastic waste, we are solving someone's pain point, right? And you have to charge them,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. That is all the business is, right? So we're
True.
trying to solve their pain points, and then we said, okay, you take our products back. So,
Mm-hmm.
so what we do now, currently we have two such cases. We are working in one with in the Hedge with the
Mm-hmm.
same model, and one with Dr. Sunit Dapke with Concept Biotech in Vadodara.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
have
Okay.
similar stuff with them also, that we collect the waste, all waste, mostly MLPs, because we tell them we want to take MLPs, you sell everything else. That would bring
Mm-hmm.
you money, obviously. And then we will manufacture products, use those products for your village development. And these
Okay.
guys are
Okay.
very happy to do it. They are promoting our products to them.
Okay. So like they take up your products and you get a much like abundant raw material to use for your other projects as well.
Right, right. Collection is not an issue, to be honest, because multi-layer
Mm-hmm.
plastic, no one is picking it up. I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting I'm getting calls from everywhere that oh, I heard that you're using MLPs. Can I send you? So
Okay. Okay.
and
So people are
initially we took
collecting that.
they, see, they have to collect, right? Even the
Mm.
here, let's say for tier one cities where the waste management is very good, I would say that. Then they are also collecting MLPs, right? So if no one is
Mm-hmm.
recycling, it would directly end up in landfills. So
Okay.
initially we were taking all the waste in, and that also created a problem because lot of waste was coming in, and we were not making that much amount of products initially, obviously.
Okay. Yeah.
So then we thought, no, this model won't work. We have to come up with something where we are also making money, right?
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. That's the point of it.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how the circular thing came in. Apart from
Mm-hmm.
that, for plastic waste, industrial waste is such thing that uh, I would say, see, plastic waste is such thing that we see in our society, or everyday
Mm-hmm.
human being is watching that. Okay, this is growing. We all know that. But
Mm-hmm.
industrial waste is one thing where normal human being is not in touch, right? And
Not,
I
yeah,
have
it's
seen
not
those
in their
consequences
sight.
exactly. And
Mm.
this is, I would say, even a bigger problem than plastic waste right now. I would say that.
Oh, okay.
But again, we are not working in the hazardous category. We are in non-hazardous waste category, and the
Mm.
amount of industrial waste that is getting generated is mind-boggling, to be honest. And
Okay.
something has to be done about it, right? So we are sourcing
Mm-hmm.
that directly from industries, from thermal power plants, some fly ash from thermal power plants, copper slag from some industry, gypsum, or let's say lime waste from some industry. So industrial waste, we had connection directly with the industry itself.
With the
We are
industries
bringing
itself.
those in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
rather
lastly,
than
construction. Yeah,
like after getting disposed, taking it from there, it's better to take directly from the industries only and use it.
exactly. They are happy to deliver to us, right? So basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's their waste. They want to do something about it. If
Mm-hmm.
no one does anything about it, it's gonna end up in landfills, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So
True, true.
in fly ash, what we have seen is people are using in concrete industry. Some of them are using, or either it goes to the landfills, to filling
Mm.
up land somewhere. So that is the only solution right now.
Okay,
And
okay, okay.
the last
Got
waste
it.
is the construction waste. That is basically, when buildings go down, old
Mm-hmm.
buildings, there's a whole lot of construction waste that is being generated, right? So you would
Yes,
see
yes.
that whenever monsoons are arriving, we always fill those, uh, I would say, potholes with our construction waste. You would have seen that small broken
Mm-hmm.
bricks being used. We call it malba
Yes.
or something like that, whatever in the local language people are calling it, right?
Ha, 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 ha.
So that is again getting into landfills, or there is no utilization. So with
Mm-hmm.
us, there's a utilization, so we try to bring in as much as construction waste also.
That's really, really great initiative. So how many people are working? How many people team is there making this idea bigger?
So right now there's a small team, to be honest. So me and Vedant are hands-on every day working on everything,
Okay.
right? In terms of operation. So we
Ha,
have
ha.
two supervisors who are working, making sure that raw material is coming in, and
Mm-hmm.
if not, then we are also getting involved, obviously. And
Yeah.
again,
Mm-hmm.
they are looking after production also.
Mm-hmm.
So handling
Okay.
labors, uh, everything, if there is a machinery breakdown, something like that. We have one more Nana who's looking after admin and social media and anything else.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of competitions coming in. We want to take part in anything else. Apart from that, we have few more people who are working as consultants, right? So
Okay.
basically, a lot of queries do come in for consulting on green projects or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we are also doing that also.
Great,
So the
great,
team
great.
size right now is 5 people in the core team, and
Okay.
in the blue collar jobs, we have 25, and that would be, getting to 40, 50 in the next month, because we are opening up one more facility, and that would be, having 25 people easily.
Okay, great, great. So what are the products, like particularly what all products are manufactured in RecycleX?
So, to be honest, I would first, I would like to, tell behind the idea. What is the idea that we are doing, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
as I said, if you want to solve a problem, it has to be done at scale. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So,
True,
we
true.
selected products that were used at a very large scale, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why we started with pavers. Because what we are seeing is, wherever you go, footpaths, parking lots,
It's a
industrial
present
area, wherever
everywhere.
you are standing, pavers are getting used, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that was the whole idea. Let's make pavers, because the quantity is such that you would have an impact. It's not
Mm-hmm.
worth, uh, recycling 10 or 15 or 50 kg or 100 kg of waste each day. You have to deal
Mm-hmm.
in that, right? Then
So
only you
your
are
idea is
making an impact.
basically recycling plastic and creating something that can be used in a big scale. Like that is the
Exactly.
product RecycleX is creating.
Not only plastic waste, I would say. I'll say that, again, plastic waste just is a small part of RecycleX, I would say. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
RecycleX. Those X means anything, right?
Everything. Okay,
Right.
okay, okay.
So, and the bigger picture that we would see is, by using this waste, we are saving a lot of natural resources.
Mm-hmm. True.
Again, using saving natural resources, and eventually saving carbon
Mm-hmm.
emission, right? So
Reducing
that
carbon
is the bigger
footprint.
picture. Carbon emissions is the bigger picture that we are looking for.
Okay, okay, okay. So the products are basically pavers
So
and bricks.
started with pavers, and then we have shifted to bricks. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
because again, large scale adoption, no big player, easy. The market is very huge. Obviously, everything
Mm-hmm.
is built by bricks, right? So that was the
Mm-hmm.
natural adoption that we took from pavers. And now,
Okay, okay.
being from Bharuch, it's a big industrial area, right? So we are seeing
Mm.
hollow blocks. That's basically a cavity block that is, used in boundary or partition wall construction. So we are
Okay,
moving into that now.
okay,
So
okay,
basically these two products that we are typically targeting right now.
okay. And bricks, like these bricks can be used in like all type of construction, the usual bricks.
Yeah, definitely. Basically, we just sent our bricks to bullet train project
Oh, great.
that is being constructed in Kukarwada, Bharuch. So we sent
Uh-huh.
our bricks to these guys. They're using it.
Okay,
It
okay.
can be used anywhere. So one important thing, to be honest. Whenever something is built new, or something out of waste, everyone has
Hmm.
problems accepting the fact that it is built out of waste. Is it as good as the red bricks available in the market, right?
Exactly,
So
yes.
so what we do is, Vedant was starting to build his own house in Bharuch itself, and
Mm-hmm.
I gave him the idea. Let's use our bricks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he
There is
constructed
a
his whole house.
standing
Yes,
prototype
exactly.
of it. You can come and see.
Exactly. So what we did is we built his whole house, that is G plus one, G plus two. That is
Okay.
two-story house fully by
Uh,
our bricks, right?
that
So
displays
anyone
the strength.
exactly, and the faith that we are making
Mm-hmm.
our houses with these, there is no issue, right? Because
Definitely.
and there are added benefits to it that I'll explain later. But that
Hmm.
is the prototype that we have. If anyone tells
Hmm.
us, can I use it in house? I say, come, we'll show you.
Yeah, that is great. So yeah, you were
Right.
talking about the other benefit, like these are the products, completing the products. These are the list of products that are manufactured. They are firstly paver blocks, then hollow bricks and hollow blocks and the bricks. And
Yes.
tiles also?
So basically, see again, the core innovation, I would say, is the material.
Mm-hmm.
Then this material can be poured into anything, and we can make anything, to be honest.
Okay, okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
Solidify and make any product. But we started with these two, I would say, now hollow blocks is the large scale adoption, because we want
Okay,
to do something at scale. It doesn't make sense to make 100 and try to sell those things. We want to make in
got it.
thousands or even in lakhs, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
got it,
that
got it.
was the whole reason. And now we would diversify our product range, obviously, to cater to more customers eventually. But
Mm-hmm.
right now the demand is such that we are preoccupied and always occupied in these three products right now. But again,
Mm-hmm.
scaling is an issue. That's why we are looking to obviously diversify.
Hmm. So if an architect or a designer is coming to you for any kind of order, so how do you go around it? Like, how can they place an order and do they get any kind of samples? And what is the timeline they should have in mind? Like, they will get the material in this much time, or what all is that?
So, what I have seen is from the architecture space,
Hmm.
architects are always looking for new designs, right? What
True.
the one added benefit that we are looking from these industries, they're the early adopters, I would say, early adopters to new products,
Yeah.
clean products. So we do get a lot of inquiries. Okay, you have made something out of this. Can you use in how? Can we use it? Something like that. And we try to deliver them as soon as possible. Right.
Okay.
I want to showcase my product anywhere or everywhere in India, if it is
Uh-huh.
possible, right? But
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we are open to anyone. If you call us, we will be happy to share the details, what we can do, what requirements, or what is the size that you want, anything, the color.
Mm-hmm.
But with architects, this is also one issue that they are always looking for new designs,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that is
They.
and that is one problem with us, because we want to be as standardized as one can get, right? But
Yeah.
again, they are early adopters, and we obviously try to work with these guys, and we are happy to ship to you in 2 3 days the sample, and then we can
Okay.
start working on the project itself.
So you are working across country, like people from across the country can reach out to you and
No, well, everyone can reach out obviously, but the problem with this industry is our products are heavy, so it is
heavy
very difficult to
transportation
ship.
cost. Hmm.
Exactly. So that is the
Hmm.
biggest problem that we are having right now, and that
Hmm.
is what is basically stopping our growth. That we cannot
Hmm.
ship. Let's say we are in Gujarat, then we cannot ship outside Gujarat at a feasible
Hmm.
cost. We have shipped products to Delhi, Bangalore, everywhere else, but it's not feasible. Right.
Feasible, yeah, yeah. So will it be like a better option to like decentralize the service and create different
It has to be.
manufacturing units all over the
It,
place?
it has to be. Either we would be opening up new facilities to cater to everyone, or it would be
Hmm.
a franchising model that we are still exploring how we can go with it. But again, it
Hmm.
has to be decentralized, and we obviously want to go pan India. So we are
Hmm.
looking for other options.
Hmm. So like
Because
in some.
we got a query from Sikkim, and
Oh.
so Sikkim Smart City wanted
Hmm.
to, sorry, Gangtok Smart City wanted to do install our pavers, and they had a what I would say order size in 1 CR or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
So they wanted to install, and the price was matching, obviously. But they
Hmm.
didn't know that there is a transportation cost added. And when we try to, come up with the price that it's gonna take this product to ship from Gujarat to Sikkim, the product cost was 3x the cost.
To create the
Even the cost
transportation.
was 3x the product cost, right? So it
Uh,
didn't make sense for these guys also. So that
that's
is one
true.
problem that we are facing, right?
So in some
And we are
time,
trying to solve
people
it.
across the country will able to source from you guys.
So what we are thinking is basically if we can have big manufacturing facilities at even in the 4 zones of India, then
Hmm.
if we have good logistics, then I guess it can be done. If not, then
Hmm.
obviously the idea is to make decentralized units in every big city, and then
Hmm.
work with it. That can be done.
Hmm. Whatever becomes feasible for everyone.
Being in every big city, then franchising is also open, right? Then we can,
Hmm.
tier two, tier three cities, we can capture that by franchising, and we can,
Hmm.
supply the raw materials or something like that from the bigger
Hmm.
units.
Yeah,
So that's
definitely.
how we
There
are
are
looking to grow.
multiple options. You just have to figure out what is for you. I'm
Exactly,
sure,
and
I'm sure
also
in some time RecycleX will be present everywhere. Like the way you have started and took up all the opportunities that were there. So in some time it will be present everywhere. I'm sure about that.
yeah, see, what we are trying to do is learn as much as possible in the short
Hmm.
period of time. And
Hmm.
once we grow, we don't have to, come up with again that okay, what we'll do now, what we'll do now. So basically,
Hmm.
we are trying to solve every problem at our
Hmm.
first factory, and
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
try to scale fast, right? So right now
Got it.
we are building what 2,000 pavers a day,
Oh,
and
great.
2,000 pavers a day, around 6 to 10,000 bricks a day. That is the
Hmm.
capacity that we are having, and
That's great.
is that the demand is such huge that we are opening up a new facility just for bricks in
Okay.
February. and
Okay,
that would take
okay.
our manufacturing to around 20,000 bricks a day. So
That's
that is
awesome.
what we
That's
are targeting
awesome.
in
Mm-hmm.
Bharuch itself. So
In
demand
Bharuch
is such.
itself. So if the demand is so much in Bharuch, so yeah, there is a need of you being present across the country,
And
and
again,
there
it
need to be
shows
big
that
units.
again, see, selling the product is not everything, right?
Not
It
a,
shows that
a
if you're
problem.
manufacturing 20, 30,000 bricks a day, the impact that you have.
Hmm.
For example, my brick weighs around 2.5 kg, right?
Okay.
So it is 2.5 kg of pure waste. It is
Hmm.
comprised of plastic,
Hmm.
industrial construction, 2.5 kg of each brick, right? So that is the
Hmm.
impact. That would be,
That
40, 50
much,
tons a day.
that much
Exactly.
amount of impact is being there. Okay.
Exactly. And
Hmm.
that is not a small city itself, right? So once we
Hmm.
scale at large, obviously that the real ground impact would be much greater. And in the
Definitely.
process, it can generate good jobs, obviously. That
Definitely.
is
That's.
also an added cost.
Okay. Okay.
So, so apart from business, there's a higher, I would say, higher cost, of starting RecycleX. Not only trying
Hmm.
to make money, but it's all about, you consuming waste, saving natural resources, providing employment, I guess. That comes up.
Hmm. End of the day, you are feeling good about it.
Yeah, exactly. And now there's no
No.
US story in my mind, right? and I,
Now, now you don't have any plans of going abroad.
nah, 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 I don't have any plans.
You found your thing here.
Obviously, see, if you're doing such good in life and your startup is doing good, at least the pace might be, I have issues that we're not growing at exponentially growth, but yeah, it's
You
good enough.
are
And
having good
definitely,
growth. Yeah.
again, but
Hmm.
as startup, I feel this is very important to the core that you should never, never, ever give up the growth because
Hmm.
obviously that is the only thing that is the advantage that startups have, to be honest,
And that takes
because
you
there are
forward
big
also.
exactly. If you're not
Hmm.
thinking of something new, innovative, or trying to beat your competitor with
Hmm.
growth, then there is no, the big player won't let you enter the market, to be honest.
True, 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 true.
And our
Okay.
industry says that there's a lot of connections helps, right? Because this
Hmm.
industry is very well connected, okay? Construction
Hmm.
industry. So
Hmm.
you have to be at your A game to beat the
Hmm.
conventional
Yeah,
players
yeah.
in the market,
One
right?
bad review will take you back.
Exactly.
So talking about the product qualities, like you are going to explain about the qualities and usabilities as well. So we can keep it the last thing that we can discuss today. About the material, like if anyone is coming to you, so what better is they are they going to get out of using RecycleX products? Like
Right.
definitely
So
the impact that is being provided to the environment is there. Along with that, I'm sure these products are having better qualities and usabilities as compared to the regular materials as well. So what are those?
So basically, in terms of obviously, as you talked, it is eco-friendly. We are
Hmm.
selling that story. That is the cover, right? The first
That
thing
is
that we tell,
something a very solid thing also.
and and we are also seeing that a lot of awareness is getting our customers are getting those awareness via
Mm-hmm.
it may be government schemes or people adopting themselves. Okay, we want to use sustainable products, right? So that is one
Mm-hmm.
thing, the eco story that we are trying to build around our products. That okay, this is generating right. Secondly, is the quality. And
Hmm.
that is, to be honest, this is a very local market, right? So
Hmm.
manufacturers in Bharuch would only try to sell in Bharuch because there's a logistical issue that I explained earlier, right? So
Hmm.
this what the problem in this is, there is no standardization, there is no big
Hmm.
player, so there is no standardization.
True,
Everyone is
true.
making their product and trying to sell those, right? So
Hmm.
as consumer or as big player in the market, as contractors, we know
Hmm.
that the quality is always be substandardized, right? And
Hmm.
with us, we can assure you that quality is good. At least we are
Hmm.
assuring that because we want to go big, right? If you want to go pan
Hmm.
India, we have to keep this. It is like Domino's or McDonald's. You go anywhere in India, the taste would be similar.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is what we are offering, right? That
Wherever you
standardization.
get it from, you will get the same quality.
Exactly. And
Hmm.
lastly would be the price. So, what we have seen is eco-friendly products are always, at a premium, to be honest. That is the
Hmm.
general trend with every product.
Hmm.
What we are doing is we are selling at the same price compared to the conventional product.
Hmm.
So there is no hindrance in the mind of the user that okay, this is expensive, I won't use it, because this industry is again low margins, high volume, and no one wants to pay a premium.
So
Right?
you're
So that
providing the materials in the same or
same
better
price,
quality and same price, so that there is no kind of resistance that should be there ideally, and
exactly,
everyone can adopt it, like to
exactly.
bring a difference to the environment.
Exactly. And lastly, which is people haven't explored much because of compliance and regulations, that our products are eco-friendly. So we are
Hmm.
getting that IGBC certification
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
place. And once we get that, our users would get additional tax benefits if they are using our
Uh-huh.
products.
It will be
So
beneficial
that
to
is one
them
thing
as
that
well.
we are pushing. Yes. So for
Mm-hmm.
example,
Got it.
someone is building a huge industry. If you're
Hmm.
using our products, they will get a better IGBC certification,
Hmm.
and those points would get them additional tax benefits or FSI
Okay.
benefits, right?
Okay.
So
So
that
all
is
the
one thing also that
benefits,
you are offering.
there is just plus points of using these products.
Exactly, we are selling at the same price. It's eco-friendly.
Hmm.
You are getting additional benefits if you have all the compliance ready. Then I
Got
guess
it.
there should be no problem to the user, right, to adopt.
Definitely. Okay,
So
so and is there any kind of customizations that are possible? Like, I'm not sure if any customizations are required in blocks or like bricks
there
or
are
something.
possible, in terms of
Hmm.
pavers, there are different shapes that are available.
Shapes are possible.
But again, as small startup, we don't use customization that often because it is
Mm-hmm.
very difficult for us to infuse that amount of capital right now in the capex, because
Hmm.
it's all about molds. You get molds, you can manufacture anything, right?
Oh yeah.
And that is the reason why we use bricks and hollow blocks in the as the products that we are coming up with, because these are standard products, no
These don't have hollow.
customization, and
Hmm.
high volume, right? So that is one of
Okay.
the reasons. But yeah, we know we are looking into customized products, because we know that in the what we see in the future,
Hmm.
people with growing house prices, or let's say flat prices, or premium houses or societies being built, we know that in terms of pavers, people will ask for better aesthetics or better
Hmm.
designs. So we know
Hmm.
that we have a team of architecture team that is in place, that
Okay.
helps us if anyone is coming in with an idea that I want to do something different. So we do have
Hmm.
a team which is obviously a third party. We try to come up with that, and they try to sell those ideas to these
Hmm.
guys. And if
Got
we
it.
get an approval from them, then we are happy to customize for these.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, but
So,
again, the order size has to be good enough to make sense for us also, right?
definitely that makes sense.
Because
Okay.
architects are too creative in their brain, right? So, so it's very difficult for us to manufacture those things, right?
Got it. So yeah, it was great connecting with you and got to understand a lot of things, and it will be definitely beneficial to anybody who is listening to this conversation. So it was great talking to you, Abhishek, and hope we will be connecting next time you come to Dehradun, Gurgaon. Please let me know. We will have a meeting. You can come to our office as well.
Definitely, I'm coming back to Delhi. I'll definitely meeting the team. Definitely. And thanks for
Sure.
the opportunity to, let me speak here, explain the whole idea and what we are doing at RecycleX.
That's our pleasure. So we started with this idea basically like we were also researching about different products online and all those things. So there is no one place where an architect or any person who is like even the end consumers, if they want to do something, so they don't have one place where they can get all the information about any particular product. The on all the videos on YouTube or all those things are scattered and you cannot find everything in one place. So that's how we
Right.
started with this podcast on YouTube, and like we have started with blogs also to educate the community, to educate architects and designers about the products they are using. And definitely the right person who will be educating them will are you guys who are manufacturing those products. You actually know how it works and all those details. So that's where we started with this thing, and it's going good. Like we have connected with 4 to 5 people right till now, and many podcasts are scheduled. So I hope we will be having another session soon where we can we will be discussing much more things.
Definitely. It's a great idea, to be honest. Not only this podcast, the whole idea of
Archmozzo.
that, that making being an aggregator where these kind of products can be showcased and people can buy directly. Like, I'm very happy that we did this podcast because to be honest with you guys, it's also been a month that we have been discussing that we want to do something. We want to similar with one more guy, right? So it has been stretching a lot, and so for us, social media presence is good.
Yeah, I also
Like, there is
found you
no
on
negative
Instagram.
marketing.
Okay, so it was great connecting with you. Hope to see you
Have a
soon.
great day, Sidharth. I guess we'll meet
Great
again.
day, Abhishek.